systems of linear inequalities, just like systems of linear equations, is just two or more inequalities to find a solution. Two or more inequalities. And these we're going to graph them. You graph to find a solution. I should say to find solutions. So in inequalities, we have more solutions than one. So solutions of linear inequalities is going to be a double shaded area of our graph. We are having two equations. If we had more than two equations, it would be like a triple shaded or where all the equations are true, but we just have two. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph our equations. So I'm going to graph my first equation here. So starting at -1, down 1 over 1. And I look, it's a dotted line. So even though I have some dots, I'm going to just kind of add a little bit in. And this one I shade above the line. So I'm going to go ahead and shade all that area in. And then I'm going to graph the other equation. I'm going to use a different color just because it helps to clarify those down a little bit. -5. And then up 1 over 1. Again, we have another dotted line. Not sure what happened. All right. Whew, must have hit something. So then I'm going to look at shading. I'm going to change my shading color. Just a hint that you can make some cool colors here. I don't know if that pink is really what I want, but let's go for it. Maybe this lighter purple. And so this one is shaded below the line. So I'm looking at that blue line there and shading below. Oh, this didn't do it. You can sometimes find some nice colors that will then make your double shaded area turn into like orange. So I'm going to take that area that's double shaded and I'm going to shade it with a different color because I want that to be brighter than all my other things. This is where both graphs shade. And so this is where my solutions are. Any point that I pick in that kind of redishy section is going to be a solution to both of my graphs. That's what makes this different than systems of equations where we only have the one. We have a ton of different possible solutions that we're working with. I'm going to do one more because then you still have another video to do. So you have a couple that you're going to be doing on your own. Some of these you have to change a little bit, making sure you understand this concept. Might as well keep my blue starting at 7. And then my slope is 1/3. So I'm going to go down 1 to the left 3. It needs to be a positive slope. And that is a dotted line. And it says less than. So I'm shading everything below the line. I don't know if I want that bright of a color. So everything below the line. And you can do this on pencil and paper too when you're shading. Just shade really light that first shaded section. So that way you can easily see where that double shaded is going to be. So sometimes off to the side, I might just make like a few marks off to one direction. And then the other one, I will make the other direction with my line. That way it's really easy to see where the double shaded are. Again, the first one, just make it pretty light. Because that way we'll be able to easily see the other one better. The next one starting at 4. Down 1 over 1. This one's going to be a solid line because it has that equal to piece. So we're just really pulling off of what we were working on last time. And then I am shading above the line. So I could shade the whole thing above. I do know it's all of this area here, but I don't really need to. What's really important is where it's double shaded, which is going to be right in this green area here. We don't really care where that light purple section was because that's really just helping us to get to this piece here. And then these would be all my solutions. So somehow letting me know that this is where my answers are. So you have a couple more to try and to check.